Good morning, friends. Welcome to the SBI Securities Daily Morning Podcast. Today, we will cover global market updates, key corporate developments, a key economic event to track, institutional and promoter activity, and what should be the key investment and trading strategy for the next few weeks. Let us see what happened in the Indian market yesterday. Yesterday, Indian benchmark stock indices started on a weak note with a lot of volatility seen in the mid cap and small cap. However, the market during the day recovered to close in green. Nifty and Sensex closed with in the positive territory with a upside of 0.4%, and we have seen Nifty closing about 20,000 levels and Sensex above 67,500 levels. Yesterday, PSU banks, pharma, energy and media stocks were in green, whereas IT and NBFC companies were under pressure. Large caps were under focus, and we have seen increase in volatility in mid caps and small cap. Few top gainers yesterday were Coal India, Grasim, Tata Consumer, Bharti, Titan, and losers were HDFC Life, Mahindra and Mahindra, and Larsen and Toubro. Yesterday, PSU banks hogged the limelight, and we have seen that all the PSU banks were up to the tune of 5 to 8%. So, what is happening in PSU bank is we are seeing a valuation catch up, wherein all the PSU banks are trading close to one price to book, whereas all the private banks are trading about two price to book, earning multiple. Even public sector insurance companies were under the limelight yesterday evening. So yesterday, what we have seen in the US market, there was a data on CPI front. So US CPI inflation came in at 3.7% versus expectation of 3.6% for the month of August. Kindly note this number was 3.2% for the month of July. The core CPI in US, which excludes food and energy costs, was up by 4.3%. It was in line with estimate, and this is the smallest advance in nearly 2 years. However, it is still above the Fed's 2% target. But one thing is very clear, that core inflation number is falling, and this is the key data which US Fed governor will be looking at before taking decision on rate hikes. It now seems that on the 20th of September, in the upcoming US Fed meeting, the governor is likely to maintain the status quo and will continue with wait and watch approach. But the commentary will continue to remain hawkish, especially in the light of increasing energy prices. So the US market has absorbed the inflation data, and we have seen that Dow Jones has ended nearly flat, and Nasdaq and S&P were up by 0.3%. Tech companies like Nvidia, Microsoft, Tesla were in positive territory, whereas airline companies were under pressure in the US stock market. Even European markets were absorbing the inflation data from US, and we have seen all the European indices down to the tune of 0.4%. Today morning, Asian indices like Nikkei, Australian market, Hang Seng, they are all trading in a positive territory and are up to the 1%. GIFT Nifty is trading flat with a positive bias, and currently it is, as we speak, it is at 20,184 levels. Moving on to which are the key other key parameter which we track daily. One is the crude oil. So crude oil continue to trade. Brent trading at $92, WTI at $88. Again very close to the 10-month high. So that's a little bit worrying sign for India as well as globally from an inflation perspective. Dollar index is flat at 104.7 levels. USD INR yesterday we saw it was weaker by 7 paise to levels of 82.9. US bond yield yesterday reacted to the inflation data, and we have seen 10-year bond yield hitting intraday nearly 15-year high of 4.34%. But later on cooled off during the day and closed with at the levels of 4.25%, down by 1 basis point. In terms of fund flow, foreign institutional investor were seller to the tune of 1631 crore rupees. So they have been selling since last 2 days, and domestic institutional investor backed the market by reporting a positive buying to the tune of 850 crore rupees. So if I have to sum up what is the pitch report for the day, overall it seems that it will be neutral to positive from a global sentiment perspective. Indian equity markets may consolidate for next few trading session with stock specific action likely during the day. We may see an increase in volatility today due to the especially in foreign FNO stock due to the weekly Nifty expiry. Now let us quickly see which are the key stocks which are in news today. So yesterday there was a statement from Honorable Minister Piyush Goyal that Tesla is likely to increase its sourcing from India. It will double the sourcing and may purchase auto parts to the tune of $1.9 billion in financial year 24. So kindly note there are few Indian auto ancillary companies like Sundaram Fastener, Suprajit Engineering, Varroc and Sansera which are already supplying some parts to Tesla, and all these companies may remain under focus in medium to long term. In case Tesla decides to go ahead with increasing sourcing from the existing auto OEM auto ancillary partners or few other new auto ancillary companies may join this supply chain. Another key development was seen on Bombay Dyeing. So Bombay Dyeing has yesterday sold 22-acre land in Worli for 5,200 crore rupees to the Sumitomo Realty. It's a Japanese group. Kindly note, Bombay Dyeing has got has a market cap of at a current market price of 2,900 crore and a gross debt of 3,600 crore. So out of 5,200 crore, it seems that Bombay Dyeing will repay the entire debt of 3,600 crore and still will be left with a surplus of nearly 1,500 to 1,600 crore. So we may see some positive action in Bombay Dyeing today. Another key development is on Suven Pharma. The government has approved FDI of to the tune of 9,589 crore in the company. This is for acquisition of 76% stake by Cyprus-based Berianda. Kindly note the transaction will be structured in such a way that promoters will be transferring their equity to the incoming partner, and at the same time there will be a mandatory open offer. So we may see some action in Suven Pharmaceutical today. Moving on to the next news, Tata Steel is on verge of getting 500 million pound from UK government, and this fund will be utilized to upgrade its UK-based port tablet plant. The plant is running on an old technology, and Tata Steel wish to upgrade the plant with a new technology, which will be an environmental friendly technology. So again, this is a positive development for Tata Steel in short to medium term. So there is a development again on Reliance Retail front. So Reliance Retail, as per media sources, Reliance Retail is in talk with Sovereign Wealth Fund of Singapore, Abu Dhabi and Saudi Arabia for investment to the tune of $1.5 billion. Kindly note, recently Reliance Retail has raised $1 billion from Qatar Investment Authority and $250 million from KKR. What we believe is that as discussed during the Reliance AGM, Reliance Retail is trying to deleverage its balance sheet, and it is looking to file for IPO in the next 12 to 18 months, and this fundraising program is part of that strategy. Moving on to the IPO corner. So today RR Cable IPO, we have seen RR Cable IPO opening yesterday. So we have released the note on RR Cable IPO. So what we believe is that valuations are fair as compared to the other peer comps like Polycab. So what we feel is that listing gains may be muted on RR Cable side. But if somebody is a long-term investor, then he can look to apply for the IPO. But listing gains are likely to be muted. One more IPO, a large IPO which is going on is Sami Hotels. What we believe is that the company has just recently turned around its operation at EBITDA level, but due to the high debts on the book, the company is reporting losses, and out of the total 1,200 crore which will be mobilized through this IPO, the company is likely to repay debt to the tune of 1,000 to 1,100 crore. But despite of that, we feel that it will be a 2-3 year long journey where company will report a respectable profit, and one can avoid this IPO and better wait for the company to get listed, and then track the performance of the company on quarter basis, and then one can take a position in the secondary market. Now which are the key events to track today? So today India's wholesale price, WPI inflation, wholesale inflation numbers will be out. Today there is an ECB monetary policy, European central bank monetary policy. So we are expecting a status quo over there. So jobless claim data will be out in the US today evening, and it is expected that number will be to the tune of 2,25,000 jobless claims. So that's the key data to track. Moving on to the fund flow driven actionable. So we have seen minor selling from the promoters of EDA Foods, Safari Industries, Star Cement and Ultra Pigment. Among the bulk and block deal, the one key noticeable deal which I would like to highlight is on JTL Industries. So JTL Industries is a small company, and we have seen SBI Life Insurance picking up nearly 0.35% stake in the company. That is the 6 lakh shares. And the company, the market cap of the company is nearly 4,000 crore rupees. And we have seen this company has been performing very well since last few quarters. So the company has reported 500 crore top line during the June quarter and 25 crore bottom line. They are into specialized steel tubes with a marquee customer. So I think this company should be on our radar from a medium to long term perspective. This was from a fund flow perspective. For further details on fund flow side, one can refer to our morning update report. It is uploaded on SBI Securities website as well as on SBI Securities Telegram channel. So just to sum up, what was the key development today? So we will see a stock specific news driven action in the Indian market today. Again, the focus will continue to be on large cap side. So we will see a continuous build up of momentum on sector like banks, pharma, IT, FMCG. So these sectors will continue to remain under focus, and mid cap and small cap may continue to consolidate in short to medium term. So that's all for the day. Thank you and good day.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.